Governor Cuomo should be in jail right now. So guys, it's been a while since I did an upload. I know I'm trying to get everything together. You know, like I said, I got a full-time job, and I only do this in my spare time. And it's been a lot of things going around in politics, like, you know, Trump's impeachment and all that whatnot. His second impeachment, which is, we all know right now, is a political theater. They're only doing this to appease the Trump hating audience. And instead of, you know, like getting the COVID-19 stimulus package out, they more focusing their time on impeaching Trump. And they promised people who voted for him the $2,000 stimulus check that's supposed to be coming out when they first won. But like I said, it's been a lot of things going on. Mainstream media has not been doing a lot of coverage on the COVID-19, and you know, a lot of people with common sense knew this was coming if Joe Biden got in office, and when he got in office, they would go all softball on Joe Biden, and look, that's exactly what happened. Now here's the topic of the day. Everybody wants to praise New York Governor Andrew Cuomo for his work with the COVID-19 pandemic, even though his numbers have been #1 ever since it first started. And then he ended up writing a book about it, and then someone nominated for him for a freaking Emmy. And people praised him for his work in New York, even though Florida has done way more better than New York and California. They are open, and they got less cases coming in week after week. Now, here's a story that the New York Times said themselves. The New York Times said themselves. It's been allegations coming out for Governor Cuomo, and the fact that nobody on mainstream media is really talking about this that much. Like, you don't hear this from CNN. You don't hear this from MSNBC. Like I said, the only news outlet that's really doing this is Fox News, and Fox News is losing their viewership. So let's take a look at the New York Times. You know, the New York Times is also leftist, and they bring this out. So let's talk about the New York Times and this story here. New allegations of cover-up by Cuomo over nursing home virus tolls. Now, a lot of people don't look up the fact that a lot of COVID-19 deaths come from the nursing homes, and we've all said this. The ones susceptible to perish the most from this virus are the elderly. And when news come out that the nursing homes get the most COVID-19 deaths, you know that's a problem with our nursing systems. Now, let's read on to this. In a private conversation, the governor's top aide, one of Cuomo's administrations, admitted that data was withheld on nursing homes where more than 10,000 New Yorkers have died during the pandemic. Albany, New York. Governor Andrew M. Cuomo and his administration faced new allegations on Friday that they had covered up the scope of the COVID-19 coronavirus death to New York's nursing homes, after a top aide admitted that the state had withheld data because it feared an investigation by the Trump Justice Department. So they withheld evidence from Trump because of politics. You already know how it is. The private remarks by the top aide, Melissa DeRosa, and a cascading series of new reports and a court order have left Mr. Cuomo, a third-term Democrat, scrambling to contain the political fallout over his oversight of nursing homes, where more than 10,000 people have died in the pandemic in the state. Lawmakers from both parties have called for stripping the governor of the emergency powers that he has exercised during the pandemic, while Republicans have demanded the resignations of top Cuomo administration officials and new federal investigations. Which they should. If this turns out to be true, then Cuomo should not only be fired or resign, he should also be put in prison. Because during the pandemic, you cannot keep information like this away from the president of the United States, especially then President Donald Trump, who was trying to get all the information they could. He pushed out the vaccine as fast as he can, as trying to make sure it's at least 100% effective. And now you got Joe Biden trying to say he's doing all the work, and nobody is giving any praise for the COVID-19 vaccine from Donald Trump. Now that's what people should get their facts straight. The vaccine didn't come from Joe Biden. It came from Donald Trump. And anybody who actually believes this is obviously misinformed. The intense scrutiny of the governor's records on nursing homes has struck at the core of his carefully cultivated image as a competent chief executive with a deference to facts as embodied by the Daily News conference that he held early in the outbreak. Mr. Cuomo even published a memoir about his work on the pandemic before it ended, offering leadership lessons. So, Cuomo. But along with revelations about his disdain for experts at his own Department of Health, the death toll among nursing homes residents with the upholding of data for months threatens to overshadow Mr. Cuomo's legacy. And what exactly is that legacy? Because I barely hear anything good coming out of New York or California. Mr. DeRosa's Jerry administration came during a Wednesday call with Democratic lawmakers to address the nursing home situations. Asked about ongoing delays in data, she said that after the Department of Justice requested information last summer, basically refroze. At the time, the governor's office was also facing similar requests from the state legislature. So not only did he withhold from the Department of Justice, he also withheld from the state legislators. Isn't that a crime? That should get Cuomo locked up for withholding information about a pandemic, especially when it came to the elderly, because the elderly are more susceptible. Most of the COVID-19 deaths come from nursing homes. Why is this okay if a Democrat does this, but if a Republican did this, people would say he deserves jail time. Nobody on mainstream media is calling Governor Cuomo out for this, except for Fox News. We cannot let Cuomo, if this stuff comes out to be true, we cannot let Cuomo get off with a free slate. People should be outraged about this. New Yorkers should be outraged about this. But they stay kissing Cuomo's ass. Why is it why would they kiss their ass about this? Especially when people are saying it's all Trump's fault. Trump does not run these states. It's all on the governors and mayors. Mayor de Blasio, Governor Cuomo, everything that went down in New York City is on them, not on Trump. So they want to talk about accountability. These Democrat governors need to take accountability for what they've been doing during this pandemic. Cuomo want to get recognized. He wanted to make his name greater. It's all politics. You cannot play politics in a damn pandemic. Everything's shut down. People are evacuated. People are dying. People are, they broke. They can't go back to work because you steady closing businesses down. And then on top of that, you guys are playing with the stimulus check because you want to send millions of dollars overseas. Instead of the people who voted for y'all, people are pissed off at Joe Biden right now for not putting out the stimulus check. A lot of people in Georgia right now are pissed off. I knew it wasn't coming, but a lot of people don't want to hear what some conservatives want to say. They get censored. But if a New York Times is saying this themselves, that this is what they're told, and if it's allegations right now, but if it's true, then Cuomo and de Blasio should be locked up. I don't know, man. It's always a double standard. This is why I hate double standards. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Cuomo should explain himself first before before anything else, or do you think Cuomo should be automatically locked up for this? Let me know in the comments. You like what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. See y'all next one. Peace.